Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're ready for a fantastic weekend. We're still in the sweltering heat here in Ottawa, Canada. And I need to talk about cruising to cool off, I guess. I'm getting a lot of requests lately to talk about river cruises, but yeah, river cruises where you don't have to cross the ocean to get there. So let's talk about them right after this. So, did you notice the intro changed a little bit? That was made by a subscriber, Jaden. Jaden, thank you very much. I'll blend that into my future videos as well. Let me know what you think of Jaden's intro. Would you like this to be my new intro from now on? And heck, if you want to make me an intro as well, give it a shot. I might just put it on the air and take a look at it. Try and use the same theme music though. I still like it even after a year. It's just one of those beats that make me happy. Let's talk a little bit about the Great American Steamboat Company. They're a relatively newcomer to the river cruise industry. They started up in 2012, so they've only been around a few years, but they have 3 ships going. Passenger sizes, now get this if you like small ships. One ship around 136 passengers, another ship around 250 passengers, and the big ship, the granddaddy of them all, holds 436 passengers. So right away, don't expect a huge crowd on these ships. Now the ship, the largest one of all, let's talk about their large ship. The American Queen holds 436 passengers, has a variety of sailings throughout the Southwest, and right away when you look at these ships, they don't look like what you picture in your head of a river cruise. You picture those sleek, long, barge-like designs that they have in Europe when you're thinking about a river cruise. And these are back to the old days of the West with the steam wheel and something you'd picture going around Dixieland in Disneyland and Walt Disney World, Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, that kind of thing. And that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to bring you back to the Victorian age, and that's who's going to really enjoy these cruises. If you're into the Victorian age where the neon is not around, you want to go on a ship that basically is like visiting grandma's house, and I mean exactly that. Wallpaper on the walls, big, huge sofas, rocking chairs on the top decks, swings from the front porch, all the things that would make you feel at home out on the farm and along, it's just, that's a home feeling. And as far as luxury is concerned, the brass and the polished woods and the solid oak in the dining rooms and the theaters brings you all back to a little bit of elegance from that time, yet the country farm up the front porch, sitting and talking with your friends all at the same time. Food on board is particularly good. They get very high ratings for their food. And on these cruises, beer and wine is included at dinner. Your internet is free on board with Wi-Fi. The ice cream on board is free. Shore excursions are included at each port, one shore excursion. The cruise line even goes as far as to carry bikes on board. So when you park at a small town and dock, passengers can take the bikes and just pedal around the town if they want. And they don't actually have to go out on a shore excursion. They can tour on their own. Now, being this size ship, 400 and some passengers, it only has 5 decks, so there's not a whole lot of room. The pool on board, don't expect big lavish pools. Don't expect to see rock climbing walls and slides and splash zones. It's going to have a small pool, deck chairs. I believe they have a gym on board, but it's like 2 treadmills and a nautical machine. So don't expect huge luxury services like that. This is meant to go on board, go throughout the shore excursions, learn history from all the towns around. They have seminars on board all the time, historians. You will see people dressed up in Victorian age clothing along the shorelines, on the boats, giving lectures. It really is meant to throw you back into the history of the United States and to learn all about what happened during that time and how people lived. And meanwhile, you still have some of the luxuries like Wi-Fi and TV. As far as entertainment on board, the stage is obviously limited with this size of ship, and it serves as two different areas. They can set up for dances in the same area, and they can set up for more like a bar setup or a club in the olden days, something like you'd see in a saloon where you'd have individual tables for 2 and 4 and waiters going around and serving. You're not going to have the theater that's branching up like a movie theater or a big stage production. You're going to have a smaller stage and smaller productions, but they're going to be homey. They're going to be, basically think of big jazz performances and swing music and country music. All this is the kind of shows you're going to get on board. They're going to be fun. They're not going to be huge, lavish entertainment, but they're very interactive with the audiences. And I get nothing but rave reviews from people who have taken in the shows saying they really, really enjoy that kind of entertainment. As far as cost goes, they are not cheap. When you're running a ship of this size, you have to make your money somehow, and that's in the cost. But the cost covers a lot. Like I mentioned, there's no upscale dining. It's all included. They have upscale restaurant on board, but it's included in your fare. Your beer, your wine is all included. Starbucks, coffee is included. Sodas are included. Wi-Fi, entertainment, shore excursions, all included in your price. And the best part is, if you're like me and you're a solo cruiser who cruises a lot by themselves, they have just cut the solo, extra fee for sailing solo. So you don't have to pay 2 people. It's not 200%. It's still only the cost per person when you book the cabin. And that might make taking one of these cruises a lot more affordable if you're going on by yourself. So who takes these cruises right now? Customers on this cruise line are very, very loyal. They go from ship to ship, but they stay with that cruise line. They're meant to go enjoy themselves, relax. It's not meant to be a hustle and bustle cruise. It's meant to make friends on the cruise, people who share your interest. You learn history, you're a fan of the Victorian age, and you like the slower pace. You don't want a huge activity. Needless to say, the average cruiser on board is 50 plus. There's not a lot of children who go on board, and there's not a lot of partiers that go on board. So you're not going to get college students away for a weekend. These cruises are way too expensive to get away for a weekend to Cabo kind of trip. So keep that in mind. If this is something you're interested in, give them a check. It sounds very interesting. I've never been on them. They've only been operating for 4 years, 12, 18. I'm dating myself. It's 6 years. And but it does kind of pique my curiosity, and I really like the steamboat element of the cruise, because I like anything that harkens me back to the golden age of cruises, just like I like Cunard for a transatlantic cruise, because they are a traditional old-fashioned cruise line, and I kind of like to see that stuff. So I might be checking this cruise line out sometime in the near future. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.